I know what you're thinking. She doesn't look like a prayer warrior. We're all prayer warriors. We haven't had anything like that happen in our group. But it's amazing, having looked back over the notes now of what we prayed for, that God has worked, which is very encouraging. So it's good to do these things and to remind ourselves that actually what we prayed 3-4 months ago, oh yes, God has started working in that area. So it's an encouragement to keep going. So I'm at Bath Chop. We're currently meeting, as Belinda said, at the Bar Spa Hotel. Bless them. And we do every time we meet. So we have a couple of members who are members of the gym there, and they've arranged a free room for us, which is wonderful. The shape of our ward is very odd, and we include the university in our ward. So just want to share a couple of things with you. We've got 17 members on the mailing list. Normally between 6 and 10 turn up on a regular basis. We always have a sort of quiet time, and I've just got a few things that we felt the Lord saying to us during that time. Shirley, one of our members, has felt, she's been prayed for in the past for courage, and she felt the Lord saying very strongly, I will reassure you when you need it. So you can rest on him. Sharon had a picture of sitting up in a low tree in that canopy, and God's protection and presence and covering for us. Walter felt that respecting God's world and looking after his provision, God was saying that's an area that really needs us to pray into just now. So the environment, which I think we're all becoming more and more aware of the difficulties in it, so God is saying pray into it. Sharon said she felt God saying, I am love. So give your neighbours and communities into my hands. So those are the things we felt God saying to us. We've had all sorts of prayers. We have the university, as I say, in our ward, and that sort of town and gown relationship can sometimes be a bit fractious. So praying into that is something that we've tried to do regularly. We've had, Sharon has hosted a barbecue for the Chinese students and foreign students. We've prayed about, earlier in, I think it was May, we were praying for the overseas foreign students to be settled, to be able to, join into this very strange new culture. So 15 students turned up to her barbecue, and we know that we have 5 converted Christians going back to China now. And we've got a new cohort starting, coming in. It's just, mind the traffic this weekend because they're all arriving this weekend. But we're praying, we did last time now, praying that they go back and find churches for themselves. Under the current situation in China, it's very tricky. They're knocking down buildings and that sort of thing. So maybe they can find a house church, at least find safety to practice their new faith out there as we can here.
Thank you, Anne. That's wonderful.